investments. So that brings me money now, rental income, other income, money that I made earlier to keep me happy, my daughter, my wife, just the three of us. This is my granddaughter. So we still travel the world when we have time. I do seminars in Malaysia, Indonesia, China, Hong Kong. I have got some seminars arranged in Sydney and Melbourne, Australia, but I don't have time. Right? But because my daughter is at school, she's in year 11. So this year she's going to do a GCSE exams, and then hopefully we're free. But otherwise, we're always traveling. We live 3 years in Egypt to learn the Arabic. So this is me, right? Now, at the end of the program, I will leave you to ask me some questions. But I make people real smart, real cool, very, very young. My granddaughter just did a program on radio this afternoon. She read. My grandson, who couldn't be here today, he's 8, 9, and he wrote, "What is taqwa?" Does anybody know what taqwa is? Does anybody here know what taqwa is? He's 9-year-old. He wrote a speech on taqwa. We have it with us, or is it in the car? In the car? Yeah. Right. Now he wrote a speech on taqwa, and basically why, and I expect you to know what taqwa is. Yeah? Because you're 10, 12, 14. If you don't know it now, you'll never know. So, I prepare, I build people, I give them things to do. I expect you to make some notes, because I'm going to come back again and talk to you next week, because I'm going to be doing a weekly program here, Saturday morning, masterclass of Deen and Dunya. You got that? Where I teach you Islam, and I also teach you how to become a successful businessman, successful engineer, successful at anything. Computers, yeah? So, we're going to make a start somewhere. Who's going to do me? Who's going to stand up and read Subhanallah to me? All of it. Just a Subhanallah. Go on, we make a start. Go on, Bismillah. You don't know Subhanallah? Subhanaka Allahumma?
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك. Alright, stand up, do it properly.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وتبارك اسمك وتعالى جدك ولا إله غيرك.
Excellent, mashallah. Does anybody know what it means? Does anybody know what it is? What it is?
Glorify.
Glorify. Excellent. Mashallah, what's your name? Ayman.
Ayman, yeah.
Ayman. My best friend and business partner in Egypt were called Ayman. My daughters know that. Very dodgy Ayman, but he was, mashallah, he was my best friend. Very good. No, dodgy means, in a good way. Yeah? I loved it. Right, Ayman, you're a smart guy. So you know that the word thana, tha noon alif, thana, which is subhanallah, it means the glorification. The glorification of our Lord. I know you probably have another language. You have Somali, you have Urdu, Pakistani boys, yeah? But no language is so smart and so complete like Arabic. And if after Arabic, there's a language that just justification to the Arabic is English. English language has many, many ways, many expressions, because it's a rich language. Because they developed this language. Okay? Our Urdu is beautiful. Somali is probably more beautiful. But people haven't developed it. You understand? So there's not much vocabulary. But the glorification, so you start your salah, your prayer, with the glorification of who?
Allah.
Your Lord. Yeah? We start our prayer with glorifying our Lord. Now I'm really, really disappointed that Ayman is the only one that's coming forward. Can somebody else stand up and do me this Subhanallah? Come on, you should all be able to do it. You're old enough. You pray.
Islamic subject, you learn, man.
You all know it, man. I know you know it.
Dua.
When you
You got the camera on?
you say Subhanallah.
Subhanak. Let me read it to you. I probably make mistakes still. Subhanaka. I'll break it down, yeah? Subhanaka Allahumma. You understand? Subhanaka means Glory be to you. Ka means, Ka is for somebody who's sitting in front of me. So it's like Lord is looking at you. Lord is in front of you. When you pray, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in front of you. So when he says Subhanaka, glory be to you. Ka is for you. Someone who's sitting in front of you. Right? So glory be to you. Allahumma. What's Allahumma mean? What does Allahumma mean, Asha? Allahumma, oh my Lord. Oh my Allah. Yeah? So when he says Subhanaka Allahumma, glory be to you, oh my Lord. Yeah? Wabi, wow is for and. Ba is with. Hamdika. Wabi hamdika. So glory be to you, oh my Lord, with your praise. And with your praise. Yeah? So I expect you, because inshallah I'm going to be working with this school, because this school, this Masjid school is one of the best in this country. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You know that. But you haven't seen any others, have you?
Yeah.
So you don't know. People sit on the floor, and there's 4 classes in one hall, so you can't hear, you can't listen to what your teachers say. Here you have no disturbance. You have whiteboard, you have overhead projector, you have smart screen, yeah? Is a TV screen or a smart screen?
TV screen.
Okay? So you have all the equipment here to teach you. This is a smart masjid, smart school. So what we're going to do is, we're going to make every up and down UK and all over the world, because I work with people in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in China, Hong Kong, Singapore, yeah, Pakistan, Dubai, Egypt. I want the whole world, I want the masjid. I want you to go home and tell your parents this story today. I want the masjid to be the smartest place in the city. Yeah? Smart masjid, functional masjid. A masjid where scientific approach to your teaching. You understand? So all today I'm going to talk about is glorification of your Lord. That is Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabarak ismuka wa ta'ala jadduka wa la ilaha ghayruk. Right? Whole of this is you're glorifying your Lord. You understand? So when you're standing next time to pray, you're not just dumb here. You don't know what you say. You're talking to your Lord. So what do? Okay? Stop playing with your hands.
Sorry.
Right. So I'm going to tell you all this, and then I'm going to ask you questions again. Right. So what does Subhanaka mean? What does Subhanaka mean? Don't fall asleep in my class. What does Subhanaka mean?
Glory
Glory be to you. What does Subhanaka mean? Glory be to you. Okay, stop scribbling. Glory be.
Glory be to you.
And you, my brother.
Glory be to you.
Glory be to you.
Glory be to you.
Ahmed's neighbor. Stop fiddling with your things. Stop. Pay attention.
Yeah, Mustafa.
Mustafa, come on.
Wait, what? What's the question?
Everybody's you asleep.
Glory be to you.
Subhanaka, what does it mean?
Glory be to you. Glory be to you. Glory be to you. Glory be to you.
Okay.
Glory be to you. Glory be to you.
Glory be to you. Allahumma. What does Allahumma mean? Mustafa. Allahumma.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu
I just told you.
Akbar.
What does Allahumma mean?
Allahu Akbar.
That's just.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.
Oh my Lord.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
Just listen to that now. Allahu Akbar.
Muhammad Rasulullah. Muhammad Rasulullah. Hayya ala salam. Hayya ala salam. Hayya ala al-falah.
اللهم رب
هذه الدعوة التامة
والصلاة
القائمة آت محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة ودرجة العالية الرفيعة وبعث مقاما محمودا الذي وعده رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا
I have got to be gone soon. I might probably take another class before I go. So I want to
Oh, mashallah. I'm looking for you.
I want to make the maximum impact on you and myself. I want to go with an impression that we've got some smart boys in this class. Yeah? Because not only that I'm going to teach you, I'm going to be training some of the teachers here as well. Yeah? So Saturday, this is one-off. Saturday I'll be running my class here for 2 to 3 hours. I've got 4-hour programs over there in the big center, the Heritage Center. That's what, you know the Heritage? Yeah? Yeah, I'm one of the trustees, and also I do radio program there and I do other programs, yeah? So I want to spend next 20 minutes, half an hour with you. It's 6:10, yeah? Where you clearly take something away from this lesson today. And I'm impressed because majority of you are listening and responding. Because if you didn't listen, if you didn't pay attention, you will be bad students. You don't want that, do you? Right. The definition of knowledge, if you have any idea, put your hand up. What is knowledge?
Is it like learning things?
Learning things. Go on.
Be smart.
Huh?
Smart.
Be smart.
Learning and being educated.
Educated.
Like it's an actually you can have knowledge, like so you can like learn from.
MashaAllah, attribute, yeah, can have knowledge. Amen.
Being able to imply something.
Being able to imply something. Right, anybody else?
Having the right mindset.
Having the right mindset. Yeah, you will, that is a condition, one of the conditions of taking knowledge. Having the right mindset. Mustafa?
Wait, what? What is knowledge? Yeah.
No, the definition of knowledge. What is knowledge? Yes.
Knowledge is to gain experience and use it in your everyday life.
Experience and use it in everyday life. Well, we think knowledge is one thing, experience is something else. Experience is not knowledge. Yeah? You have knowledge, you have experience. Okay?
Education.
Education, yeah, somebody said at the back, education. Amen?
Something you learn into practice. Put something you learn into practice.
Put something you learn into practice, yeah, that is where you will gain experience. We are talking about knowledge, and then I'm going to give you a broad understanding of where knowledge comes from. The information that you have. Is all information knowledge?
Yeah.
All information knowledge?
Yeah.
No? No, you can have some
All
garbage.
right.
You can have some rubbish information, can't you?
Yeah,
That's not
still
knowledge, is it?
not.
Anything that increases your understanding. Right, I will give you, if you got pen and paper ready, write this down. But I'm going to give you, because you are going to be less than 1% of the global population, not just England, not just Manchester, not just this masjid, the global population, less than 1% of the people who understand what it means, what's the definition of knowledge, yeah? What it means to have knowledge. Because if you don't understand what knowledge means, then what you learn can be knowledge or it can be guesswork. And 99% of the time it's guesswork, is it? It's not knowledge. If you haven't got the definition of knowledge, it's guesswork, isn't it? Because you have to have the understanding of what is knowledge. Right. Are you all ready? The pen and paper?
Yeah.
To comprehend. To comprehend, understand. Comprehend means understand. Can you write all down, because I'm going to check you all. To comprehend. To comprehend.
Comprehend.
Do my guess. But to comprehend the reality of something, you got that?
Yes.
Yeah.
To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is. To comprehend the reality of something
Yeah.
as it truly is. Now, with certainty. This is the most important part. If you're not certain, it's guesswork, it's knowledge, it's not knowledge. Yes?
Yeah.
Now you tell me now, if you really don't know how this pronounces, unless you look at the Arabic text and see where the fatha and kasra and you know dhamma is, how can you pronounce it properly? How can you know it's knowledge? Now brother here pronounced it completely different to brother here. Who's right, who's wrong?
No one. No one is right or wrong.
He's right, no he isn't. No, this guy is more closer to Astaghfirullah. No, some people read it Astaghfirullah. Now because people don't know, they don't have knowledge. That is what I call, and I mean, guesswork. If you don't know, if you don't comprehend the reality of something as it truly is,
It's not.
with certainty. If you're not certain, it's not knowledge, is it?
No.
So say Subhanallah. Yeah? A lot of people maybe even reading that wrong. Yeah? Subhanaka Allahumma. Somebody might be reading that wrong. If they don't know the reality of that with certainty, then it's guesswork. So today, remember, 25th of October 2017, whatever age you are, you've learned the most important thing about knowledge. What is the definition of knowledge? What is knowledge? If you don't understand that, then it's all guesswork. I'll tell you something, go ask your parents today. Ask your brothers and sisters. Nobody knows. Yeah? Now I presented myself with this challenge almost 30 years ago. Yeah? When I was testing my knowledge, I thought, this is knowledge. One day, I'm wrong. Next day, I'm proven to be wrong. Next day, I'm right. Then wrong again. Why? Because I've never really gone to understand what knowledge is. Once you know, then you look at everything objectively. You look at its reality with certainty. So two words to remember here in knowledge. Reality and certainty. And what you got to do with both of them? You've got to comprehend them. Yeah? You comprehend the reality with certainty. You got that? So I want you, that's one thing that you take home today. The other thing that I want to know is that some of you, who's the eldest here? All of you. 16. And you, Amin? 15, 16. MashaAllah. I've got some teenagers. Right, my brothers. We have very limited time. What I'll do is, if I start teaching here, then for my best students, or the best students of the teachers here, I will have some sports with them. And one of them is arm wrestling. Yeah? Other one is boxing. Yeah? So I will only choose the smartest one of you. So you have to become very smart to join my class, where we can have some fun, and then the best ones I can take them out for a meal to Archie's or somewhere over, in the middle of the road.
Now I'm interested.
You don't like Archie's?
I love
Right, so that's it. You've got to be, and who takes knowledge? We know that, now we know the definition of knowledge. You tell me now, who gains knowledge?
Everyone. Smart person.
Can everyone gain knowledge?
Yeah.
No. Is there no conditions?
Gain knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe gain knowledge.
Now you tell me now.
Let's say a mental issue.
Tell me something. A person who does a lot of talking and doesn't listen can be a good student.
No.
Yeah, a person that does a lot of talking can be a good student.
No.
A good listener can be a good student. Right? Now who is going to be a good listener here?
No.
Everyone, inshallah. So if you don't, first in my class, I like people to have good student manners. And let me tell you something before you go today, that I have not in my whole 62 years life, I've worked with people all over the world. And I have smart students. I have students who are more than 10 times more richer than me. My students make so much money. Right? But I have not seen one of my students do well who is disobedient, yeah, to the teacher. You understand? I have not seen one person succeed or being successful, a person that's not obedient to his teacher. You always have to have respect for your
Teacher.
Now, who deserves our utmost respect? Number one.
Your mother as well.
And who after that?
Your mother.
Right. Excellent. Mustafa, that's the brightest and smartest thing that I've heard. Listen. What did Mustafa say? Can we have a bit of order in this class? Right. Now there was other people as well. So who is number one?
Allah.
Who's the number two? Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And who's next? Your mother. Your mother. And then tell me now, which one of you, please don't make noise because you're not going to listen to me and you're not going to learn anything. Which one of you goes home and gives your mom a big hug? Who's big enough? You do? She hates you. Right, you don't? You don't?
I just give her a kiss.
Most of you are
Right.
waffling right now.
Do you ever kiss your grandma's hand and forehead?
Yes.
I really couldn't tell my grandma.
You do?
I give her a kiss.
Why are you gonna waffling?
Okay. Right.
I get slammed if I don't.
No, you get slumped.
Hashtag Somalia life.
So we have some ground rules that a person that's not obedient to his parents, not obedient to the teacher, cannot take knowledge and cannot become successful in this dunya and the hereafter. Your most important lesson that I want you to take away from here today is number one, the definition of knowledge, and second, if you want to become a good student, you have to, by making noise, by being stupid, by showing off to your peers, to friends, it's not going to get you anywhere in life. It's not going to get you anywhere in life. So what you got to do is no chatting between you and while somebody's talking, okay? So all I will say to you is that you need to understand. What is this book that you know now?
Arabic.
All right.
Arabic.
This is the book of the Medina book.
Yeah.
Medina books, okay? Yeah, we studied, my daughter, we studied Arabic in Egypt for 3 years. Yeah? So I did Medina books before I went over there, but then we did Ben Yadayk. Have you heard of Ben Yadayk? Anybody? Yeah, Between Your Hands, 3 books. And it's good. Your Arabic, this is your Arabic class.
No, it's our normal class. We do Quran, Arabic, Islamic studies.
So it's yes.
Quran
so it's
meaning,
yes.
everything.
In this one class.
Yeah.
Right, how many hours a day?
3.
You're lucky.
3 days.
Because
3
most
days.
people, most massages only have 1 hour a day.
How does that make us
Okay, so we know now that we need to.
getting sent out?
I'm gonna be back in 10 days time.
10 days or 7 days?
Who's gonna? Because I tell you something. I have rewards. I have beautiful bags of sweets, chocolates. I have some gift packs.
Halal.
that I give to my
No.
that I give to my
You never know.
that I give to my best students and ones who perform best. Who is going to memorize the whole of Salah with its meaning? Like I said, Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabarak asmuka. Who's going to be the first one?
chocolate.
Right.
I will do it for sweet. This guy got paid for sweet.
You do it for sweets. Right. Good. So, and center. No, but thing is that you do it for Allah. Sweets are a bonus, right?
That's what I meant.
So who else?
That's what I
2,
meant.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. The 16 of you here, who is not going to try memorizing whole of Salah with meaning? Who's not going to try?
I might forget. That's what I'm saying.
No, you don't forget. You look very smart to me. You're not dumb.
Right on your forehead.
Boys, listen. If you want to have good class, good fun, and learn as well at the same time, you can't make too much noise. And no local meetings. You know, don't talk. Listen, and then we give you a little bit of time to talk to your friend or your neighbor. But mainly, you've got to listen. Now you got to tell me. I've given you one quality of a good student. He respects his teacher. What are the other two?
He listens.
Excellent, mashallah. What's your name?
Mohammed.
Muhammad, mashallah, well done. He listens. A good listener, can you tell me someone who's talking can be listening at the same time?
Yes.
I can breathe and clap.
No, you can develop that at my age maybe I know what he's saying and I know what he's saying over there. But at your age, you cannot be multitaskers. You could only do one. You either listen or do both. Now, the good students, now we have two attributes, right, of good student. Number one is
Respect.
respect.
Manners.
Number one is the respect for teacher. Is it respect for teacher that when he's talking you start talking?
No. That's disrespect.
Maybe.
That's being rude.
So what we gotta do is we've got to learn some manners and we've got to learn very fast. But what I want to know is number one lesson, that if you're not a good student, you're not going to take knowledge. And knowledge is all, if you take knowledge and understand it, it's all power. Makes you smart, strong, you do anything. Somebody said to me that you could get more money by claiming. Who was that?
What did you say?
I was in benefits.
Right.
You don't get benefits.
Benefits.
No, I said when he was only 6 months.
No, you did right. Of course, it was right. Now you tell me, all of you, I'm going to ask you a question. That if I had claimed, instead of £6, claimed £10, do you think I would have become a millionaire?
No.
Yes.
No.
Maybe.
Because if I had gone on to sign on, say, I'm making less money here, let's go sign on, I'd probably be stuck with signing up to this day and living hand to mouth. I have traveled and lived the best airlines. I've traveled business class, I've traveled first class, I've stayed in some of the finest 5-star, 6-star, 7-star hotels in the world.
7-star.
Yeah.
5-star.
No, we have 7 stars.
7-star.
No, I would never have done that, would I? If I had gone to go claim benefits. So what I did, listening in, what's the third one?
Opinions.
Oh, asking questions.
Always follow instructions.
Oh, basically behaving.
No, behaving is first to our behavior. You'll listen. If you listen, you're not going to make noise. And also, if you have respect for your teacher, when he's talking, you will listen. You will not make noise. Right, little one, you put your hands up. Right. The number three is some of the most successful in my lifetime, in my experience, some of the most successful people who had half of the brains. There were people with more brains, but they became brain surgeons. They became very successful and millionaires. Again, my students work with me. half of the brains, intelligence, but they become the world beaters. Why? How? Two more things I'm going to give you, and then we're going to move on. Are we making notes? Number one is respect, obedience. Number two is listening. Number three is making notes. If somebody's speaking some sense, knowledge, you got to make notes. If you don't make notes, you're going to forget. So the most successful students, they make notes. Yeah? And number four, and most important of them, all of them, number four is one single thing. Even people who are not smart, who are not clever, yeah, who are not very intelligent, that gets them through and gets them to the top. I wasn't very smart at my young age. I wasn't very clever.
Sabir.
I wasn't very intelligent. But how did I get
Sabir.
where I got? One thing. What's wrong with it?
Oh, not trying. I mean,
One
not
thing.
giving up, I mean.
One thing.
Not giving up.
We already talked about respect. Not the first thing. Number four.
Not giving up.
I didn't give up.
Working hard.
Give up.
Working hard. Well done. What's your name?
Never say never.
Habil.
That's kind of
Abil. MashaAllah. Abil has come up with the best one. Listen. We already said about listening. Listening is number two. He said it. Abil said it. Hard work.
resilience.
Never say never.
Resilience.
Never say never. So you got hold them. Right.
But you just
Now-
say never when you
Tell me now, brothers, Brother Zakaria, tell me what we learned today. Stand up. You're all going to stand up and tell me. I'm going to ask you questions, okay? So you better think. What we learned today?
We learned that about the four key things, which is respect, knowledge, working hard, and never giving making notes.
Making notes.
And listening.
Those are the quality of a student. What's the definition of knowledge? Without looking.
Yeah?
Without looking on the notes. Don't look at them on the board either.
To comprehend.
The definition of knowledge, to comprehend
the reality of something and truly
as it truly is.
as it truly is with certainty.
MashaAllah, well done. Sit down.
MashaAllah.
Right, Mohammed Shabir, you stand up and tell me. What's the definition of knowledge? Go on. Definition of knowledge. Go on. Today. Be nice. Come on. No, don't laugh at your brother. Make it easy for your friend. In Islam, it's haram to make fun of your brother.
Ahmed. No,
No,
Ahmed. Respect, okay?
Stop, Ahmed. Right.
You get things back.
Definition of
In
knowledge.
front of you.
Right, sit down. I'm going to come back to you again. You better read it and remember
Yes,
it.
yes.
Right, you.
Sabir.
Stand up.
Stand up, stand up. Respect the Ma'aliman.
Stand up. MashaAllah, he is the brightest of the kids in the class, but he's a bit lazy. Right. Okay, to comprehend what? To comprehend something.
As it truly is with certainty.
Okay, right. It'll do for now, but I'll come back to you again, right? You.
To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is with certainty.
When you do it that hard.
Wow, is excellent.
MashaAllah.
You know, so far, the best communicator in the class. What's your name?
No, it's not Mrs.
Yunus.
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 Honest.
Well done.
Prove it. Prove it. Stand up and tell me. Don't look.
To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is.
Go on.
To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is with certainty.
With certainty, yeah, you didn't say that bit. Well done. MashaAllah, good. Right.
To comprehend something,
Comprehend the reality.
comprehend the reality of something and
As
it truly is.
with certainty.
with
Well done. Right.
To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is with certainty.
Look in that way. Go on.
To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is with certainty.
Come on, after that.
To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is.
MashaAllah, please, well done. Right. So, listen Listen to your brother. Go on. Don't look. Don't look at the book. You knew it was coming out. You should have memorized.
To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is with certainty.
Brother, your turn.
To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is with certainty.
Right. Anybody left? Eamon.
Me, I am aiming to comprehend the reality of something as it truly is with certainty.
MashaAllah. Good.
To comprehend the
Reality. See?
of something as it truly
Is.
is.
With certainty. Right. Mohammed Mazhar, your turn now. I'm going back to you.
For me.
You not done it? Right, in a minute.
Yes.
Right. To comprehend
The reality
of
of
something.
something as it truly is with certainty.
Well done. MashaAllah. You see, even the ones who are not very vocal, not very good, if you employ this terminology, this technique, everybody becomes good. Right, your turn.
Okay. To comprehend the reality of something as it truly is with certainty.
Excellent. Right, so at least we understood, or we understand now, what is the definition of knowledge. So next time, when somebody says something, you put it to test. You say, do you know the certainty of this? Are you the reality of this? Are you certain? Yeah? You can check it, got you. Now you can go home. Knowledge is where people take benefit, even in your household. You go, you test your parents, you test your brothers, your sisters, so they all become smart. Yes? Right. Now tell me, what did we really start learning with? What was the first thing that we started?
First thing.
Right. Subhanaka. Yeah. Can anybody stand up and give me the meaning of the whole of Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabarak ismuka wa ta'ala jadduka wa la ilaha. Yeah, you do. Come on. Who's going to do it?
No idea.
Right.
Glorify
Evan,
Glorify be to you, oh my Lord, and
with your prayers.
with your prayers.
Yeah? Wa tabarak ismuka means blessed is your name. Wa ta'ala jadduka is high is your mighty. Yeah, I am mighty. Yeah? Wala ilaha, there's no one worthy of worship but you. Yeah? So, if once we know this, what is the next part of Salah? After Subhanaka? Fatiha. What is Fatiha? Does anybody know what Fatiha is?
Every time.
Surah. Now what is it known as? Surah, which surah of Quran is it?
Opening.
What the Fatiha means opening. Excellent, Aman. Good. MashaAllah, you get far. You say that? Right. Good. Right, you get far. You get far in life. And somebody here is trying to sleep in my class. Right. Tell me now. One of the names of Fatiha is, it's the opening chapter, opening of Quran. Why is there's another name for it? Can somebody give me? Anybody know? There's another name for Fatiha.
First.
The mother of Quran.
Mother of Quran. Well done, Evan. Mashallah told you.
MashaAllah.
Right. Tell me now, what is the purpose of doing Surah Fatiha in every Salah? Why do we do it?
Because you have to do it.
Because you have to do it. Right, but we must know. But we must know what we must know what are the benefits.
Yes, it's a pillar of Salah.
It's a pillar of Salah. Right. What are the benefits of reading Al-Fatiha in Salah?
You have to do it. It's not a choice. There's no benefit.
If you don't read it, you're Islam.
It's not It's not valid.
It's not valid.
It didn't count.
It doesn't count.
It's not valid.
Okay? No, it's not valid. So Fatiha, without Fatiha there's no Salah. Now, tell me, in the great scheme of things, my brothers, talking about Fatiha, what does it really mean? How does it empower you? Or empower your salah? Because when we know the glorification of your Lord, the glorifying your Lord, because you tell me now, if you go and ask your dad, I want 10 pounds, just like this. Or if you're nice to your dad, your mom, and then ask for money, where's your better chance of getting money?
When you just ask
When you've been nice. Yeah? So that you glorify your Lord. So the Fatiha then means, Fatiha, I'll tell you something. We've already established two names, the opening chapter, opening of the book, and also the mother of Quran. Now, in that surah, the first part is you are again glorifying, your Lord. And praise, you're praising Him. And then you get, what do you say in the middle? Iyaka na'budu. Still praising. Iyaka, to you alone I worship. Iyaka. Iyaka means you alone. Ka is like, I told you earlier, in Arabic language, ka is for you, as you're standing in front of me. Right? Iyaka, to you alone, na'budu, I worship. And iyaka nasta'in. What does that mean?
You alone seek for help.
You alone, I ask for help, I seek help. So, now you tell me, after that, you ask for the next part. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Show me, guide me to the straight path. Yeah? Show me the straight path, guide me to the straight path. So you tell me now, you asking. First you glorifying, then you asking. Then the whole of the Quran is the answer to that Surah Fatiha. Once you know the Surah Fatiha, the whole of the Quran is that guidance for you. The Book of Allah. Once you know the Arabic language, the Quran is like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking to you like I'm talking to you. Once you know that surah that Imam was reading in Salah, it was as though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to you. Yeah? So I'm going to have to pause here. I hope that you learned something. You know the definition of knowledge. Any knowledge that you gain from today onwards, from school, from masjid, at home, you've got to see whether it is knowledge or it isn't knowledge. If it has these, if it fulfills the criteria here, then it's knowledge. If it doesn't, it's not knowledge. Yes? So, Jazakallah khair for listening. Subhanallah wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Okay, any questions?
No.
Anybody any questions? Right.
How did you become so rich while learning the?
Well, I think we could do both. I worked hard, but wherever I went, see, I tell you something. First time I went to my first ever trip for business were Indonesia. I went to Indonesia, and the first thing that I found when I got there was my hotel. I checked in, and what was the next thing do you think I looked for?
Mosque.
Aquarium.
A masjid. Mosque comes from mosquito, so try avoid mosques. You know, the word mosque is not very nice. Yeah, in the Spanish language, the mosque comes from mosquitoes. We have a name for it, masjid. Right, so the first thing I look for after checking my hotel is the masjid. If you go and sit in the masjid, you pray, you're amongst your brothers, and you can also learn knowledge. So I learned my deen whilst I was working very hard. Then I went to Thailand, Bangkok. Bangkok's a very, very messy place and a very bad place. Lots of crimes and criminals live there. But the first thing I looked after the hotel was masjid. And I met some of the nicest people, some beautiful brothers there. They looked after me. I was there for 4 or 5 days. They were with me 24/7. They took me to nice food places. They took me to places to do business. I went to Indonesia. Also, these brothers from Masjid took me to place, showed me factories where I wanted to make things, to buy things. So this is, your business and your deen go hand in hand. but it's very important that you are 100% focused. The deen comes first. Dunya, alhamdulillah, if Allah's written it for you, you will get it. But you've got to work hard. I worked very hard. Any other questions?
What was your first job?
What was my first job? I told you first job, I worked in a factory.
You was in
What the factory?
Factory, yeah.
what factory?
£6. It was making carpets.
Carpet.
Carpets, and you only got £6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
When did
time-
you
that time is-
That's going back 45 years.
Listen, that time is six pounds very good.
46 years ago.
At that time.
A long time ago, you know what I mean?
46 years ago.
What would you get paid now if you were working that right now?
Well, I tell you something. I was doing some consultations. I was a consultant, and I was charging up to £3,000 a day. You get that?
Yeah.
I worked for the company for 3 years. I worked for 7 days, 6 days, 7 days, and my bill to that company used to be £20,000, £22,000. But that was just consultations. I used to sell them products. I was making £150,000, £200,000 out of that a year. I only used to work in summer. Winter, I chill out. Tell me something that really, and I'm going to tell you because I could see myself there 50 years ago, 55 years ago, sitting where you are sitting now. Right? And I'll tell you something, my experience at Masjid wasn't very nice. You know why?
You got hit.
Pardon?
Because my teacher had 2 big sticks,
Oh.
as thicker than my finger here, right? And about a meter long. Right? When the one breaks, you pick up the second. Right? Yeah, I got beaten many times. Because even fight my teachers. That's how awful and bad I were.
I'm not that.
And I used to be really, and nobody becomes bad like that. Because I had bad treatment from people. So I become from bad to worse and really bad. Yeah? But then, you know what changed me? Up to the age of 15, when my father was dying, I was still bad. If people used to come walk towards me, they used to leave way. You know, they turn right or left, get out of my way.
Where are you
I was so
Where you
bad.
born?
I was born in Kashmir.
Oh.
But I came to England when I was 15.
Where's Kashmir?
Kashmir is in India, Himalayas.
Oh,
So when I came here, the people used to, because my father was very well respected, nice man, so people used to leave me alone. It's because they have that love and respect for my father, but I couldn't understand that at the time. Yeah? So when I was your age, 15, I landed at Heathrow Airport, London. But then the following year, my father died. I've been barely enough, here for a year. He passed away, and I had to look after my mum. My brother, one brother was 6, my sister was 12, my other brother was 10. I had one brother who was 30-year-old in Pakistan. Responsibility, my father dying, and that responsibility didn't do me much harm. I miss my father, but I wouldn't have learned if he'd still been alive. I wouldn't have learned as much. So I think that you, my dear brothers, I hope you've enjoyed this time. I've enjoyed my time.